What in the free-to-play? Yeah, we're back at it again with CUBICS. CUBICS is a great anime deck, which is also completely free, like you will see right now. And no, this deck doesn't win just because your opponent can't read, although it sometimes does happen, of course, but the deck also has some lines of play, so you can't just simplistically say, oh, your opponent just doesn't read and that's why the deck wins. Not really. Sometimes yes, but most of the times no. So yes, as you can see, we are playing Double Ballista Squad, which is not, of course, free to play card, but you can of course switch it up with any other back row you want, really. I would say this is, this is the free part. This is the, part that you can get without spending any gems whatsoever. Oh, maybe Morella is a box card, but it's a normal card, normal rarity, so it's pretty easy to get. So I like these ratios. You really want to have triple Duza, you want to have triple Dharma, you want to have triple Karma, you want to have, I would say, one Storm, because it's very good to clear out the back row. Also, you need triple Ascension. I would say triple Morella is amazing, because then you can open 3 Duza, 3 Ascension, 3 Morella, so you have 9 openers to send your trap card into the graveyard. Also, I would say Buster Gundel is amazing, because you want to have 2, because you never know when it can get banished or something, so yeah. That's basically the deck. Let's now jump straight into Duel Replays. Also, if the quality of my dueling isn't the best in the first couple of duels, it's because, I had to learn a bit how to play the deck. It's always like that the first couple of duels are not probably the most optimal plays. After a while I get used to the plays. Of course, we kind of do open very weirdly here, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so we're playing against Chronomaly. Okay, Dharma is amazing because we can discard and draw, and we want our Ascension in the graveyard. Okay. And he scoops as he doesn't want to play. Yeah, scooping up is also a great win condition, as first of all, your opponent has sometimes no clue what the hell is going on. what the fuck do your cards do? And also, most people don't want to read, most people want to play, random blue eyes on the ladder, so yeah. Also, if you enjoy content like this, if you want to see more decks like this, if you want to see more duel replays like this, be sure to subscribe, because it does help a lot to grow the channel so I can make more videos like this. Plus, also, it does help you to not miss when I'll be posting up other videos in the future. So as you can see, Gaia with 7 win streaks. And Gaia negates battle traps. Any battle activation, really. So how can we beat Gaia? Can we even? Let's see. Okay, so he does have pretty optimal setup for okay, maybe the most optimal would be another back row, but you can't really complain about this setup. So yeah, let's see. You send the trap. We can set also Dharma. Okay, so he also had a Dragon's Mirror top deck, which is not bad. And now he can pierce, but our Dharma negates all battle damage with CUBICS. Now we can send with Morella one more trap, or maybe the first one, actually, into the... oh no, that's the second one we can send. Now we can special summon our monsters, which can be destroyed by battle, plus you take no battle damage. So how can he out us? Can we just deck him out? Well, not necessarily. If he takes out our Dharma, he can then start piercing, So we have to play We can't just wait, you know. And we also don't need to wait. We also do have some forms of, you know, OTKing and stuff. So we go for the Buster. Buster is amazing because it gains 3k attack. 3k attack is pretty big in the today's meta. Like you can see, most of the extra deck boss monsters are around 2600, 27, like Bouncer and stuff. So yeah, usually you can just swing over. Also, it has 3 attacks. Also, when it's destroyed by battle or a card effect. Also, you can swing in with yourself, which we will show probably. You can then special summon 3 of your cubic monsters from the graveyard. So you can bring back your V-Jams, or you can also bring back Duza. Also, it does then return one, or you could say add one cubic card from the deck or graveyard to your. Literally bring him back, and then you can loop him, you know. That's amazing, to be honest. Of course, if he doesn't have other forms of... so we have to kind of Ballista Squad here. We should have probably went for... we probably should have set up a bit different so we don't get rid of our Buster. But we can, you know, bring him back eventually, so we're kind of chilling. Now we can special summon with Ascension and again our V-Jumps. We can bring back our Buster. Now we can go in. He has to destroy. We can bring them back. Duza can send also one cubic card. We can go again, and that's gonna be not just could have been game, but we have to wait a bit. Let's see if he has anything. He can he can destroy, but we can just bring them back. Bring back, search a card. And next turn, it's over. We can go for Buster, Beatdown. Well, it's not over yet, but we can summon Morella and finish him off. And yeah, that's a GG. As you can see, against Winstreak 7 Gaia, and we didn't stall that much, to be honest. We do want to set up our board, which can take some time, of course, as some control decks usually do, but after a while we set up, then he is the one stalling, you know. We can attack multiple times, we can, you know, do whatever we want, really. I'm very hopeful they can give us V-Jam, not as a skill card, but I don't think that's gonna be the best idea for Konami, as it can be easily abused in any other deck, you know. Card that can be destroyed by battle, and then you can, you know, you can put in some other some ascensions and stuff, so you can play it in other decks. So yeah, probably not the healthiest card you want to have in the Duel Links format. So yeah, unfortunately we have to play like this without any extra deck, with being limited to only 6 non-cubic cards. So yeah, now here we don't attack. Why is that? Because when we attack, we are lowering his life points, and then we kinda lose our ascension. You do realize it. You can't just swing in. You have to swing in the right time, you know. You can't just beat down with Duza. Now we send the Karma. Now we can go for the beatdown with the Buster. Also we have Ascension, which is not bad. Also we have Morella to send one more Ascension. Oh no, we have already all of our Ascensions, but we can send another Morella and stuff. So he destroys our Ascension, which, you know, okay. Well, thanks, I guess. We can now summon 3 of our Duza. We can send three times, as it's not once per turn. We can send 3 cubic cards. We decide to send all of our V-Jumps to thin out the deck, so we can now hopefully top deck any other card, not that it's not a cubic card. V-Jump, I meant to say. As we can summon V-Jump from graveyard as well with the Ascension. Okay, let's see. Okay, M7 can bounce. Sure. Now we do take the damage because then we are in the lower life points. Then we can trigger our ascension. If he did attack first with the roach, we could have activated Morella to to special summon Morella back onto the field to have protection against roach. So yeah, this is the part where he doesn't know how the effect activates. Dharma is amazing because then we can't then we don't take any battle damage, and funnily enough he plays Gaia, so we got our Dharma in a pretty good spot here. Okay, Fiendish Chain does nothing. He can destroy it, of course, but whatever. Forbidden Lance does nothing, but we are going to Ballista Squad anyways to pop his back row. And now that we popped his back row, we can go for the Buster next turn. And yeah, that's a GG. So yeah, usually you use Ballista Squad for the back row. But you can also play Regeki Break if you have. You can play some back row removal if you don't have any card like this. I think it works very well, especially with Morella. So yeah, I think it's a great card in this deck. So yeah, you can play whatever free card you want if you really don't have anything. Okay, let's see. So he can now banish our card, which kind of sucks, not gonna lie, but okay. We could have not activated his effect, but just stay on the field so we don't take battle damage. But we also want him to trigger our to get us in the lower life point range, so we can activate Ascension. Okay, let's see. We go for Dharma. He destroys Dharma, which is kind of sus. He probably should have waited so we discard, and then destroy it, because then we would have one less card in hand. Plus, the effect wouldn't activate as it's a continuous spell. But okay, we can now search for the Duza. Duza can send the Ascension. We have to now swing into the Dragon Spirit of White, otherwise we lose. And we had to go for the Duza because if he goes for the Heliopolis, we also lose. So this was the safest option possible. Okay, so now we have to activate. So his effect is negated by the chain link. So that's why it didn't get banished. Otherwise, it would just get banished, Now his effects are negated. So interestingly enough, he does play the Claw of Hermes, which just gets his attack pretty big, which kinda is kinda fucks us up because of the fact we can't we can't attack over it with the Buster. So we have to wait for our Ballista or something to get rid of him. But let's see. So we go into the D with the Buster. We also have defense in Ascension. We did get our Ballista. Cubic Karma is decent to have your opponent's life points. Although, so now we go for the Ballista. Okay, let's see. He goes for the Blue Eyes alternative. We can summon them back. We can grab back the Buster, which was just destroyed. And now Cubic Karma halves your opponent's life points. And now we can swing in with the Buster and finish him off. Now, if we had another Duza in the graveyard, we would have won this turn without the having life points effect of the Cubic Karma, because we can special summon all three of them back, and then we have 4800 attack over his life points. But yeah, here we can grab just the two to finish him off. Easy GG. And I also think we had some pretty decent win streak. I think the Anamat player and the Blue Eyes player and the Gaia player were all in the row. As you can see, it's 3 win streak. So this is gonna be 4th win streak, which is not bad. So I would say that this deck is definitely coggable. It can definitely reach King of Games. I wouldn't say it's the best deck for reaching King of Games, but it's definitely possible, and I would recommend it if you have like 0 gems or something. You have this free deck, so yeah, you have no excuses, you know. You can say like, oh, it's pay to win. But yeah, I would definitely recommend you have very cheap decks that are much better for reaching King of Games, like Magnets and Trimids, which are very cheap. Also Harpies probably, but yeah. Okay, let's see. We could have negated here with the Ballista. We probably should have Ballista here, but it doesn't really matter, I would say. Now we can Ascension. We decide to let him attack over it. We put him purposefully in attack, so we are at 2000 life points, with which we can trigger our Ascension. Now we can Ballista destroy his monster. Now we can Ascension, special summon our monsters, and we have Buster to finish him off. Easy game. We also had back row removal just in case if he had something, you know. And we have now 3 attack with Buster, which is tons of damage. And the last duel we have for today. I had tons of fun. It's definitely a fun deck. Also, it is a control deck. You have to learn some plays, how to play the deck. Also, as you can see, we beat tons of great decks, to be honest. I would say this deck actually is very good against decks like Onomats, to be honest. As they don't really have an out to Ascension just being in the graveyard. Of course, they can play around it somewhat, but not the best, to be honest. It is a hard matchup, I would say, for them. Okay, let's see. So Trimids can be problematic as their effect negates all of our effects in the battle phase, same like Gaia. So we have to kind of play around it. Let's see, what do we have? Okay. TTH does not help, especially his monster is not destroyed. So yeah, fortunately he doesn't top deck another King Golem, so he can't OTK us here. We go for the Ascension on his attack. Now we can negate his attack. We can now, because he gained life points, we are 2000 or lower life points than him, so we can activate our Ascension when needed. Okay, we can search. Okay, we can summon. He destroys already. Okay, he gets the King Golem. He gets another one. He's gonna destroy our monster. Okay. Now we can go for the Morella, send another Ascension. We can special summon in the end phase our CUBICS. We can go for the Behemoth. The Behemoth. Let's go. He destroys, which does nothing because we can just bring him back. Okay. Now we can destroy. Now, unfortunately for us, the King Golem is on the field, so we can't push for lethal here. So his effect is negated once he gets destroyed. But we do have another Morella on the field. Okay, so let's see. We did decide to take this damage. Now we go for because we were higher than his. Now we are at 2000 or more difference in life points. So yeah, we do also top deck Storm, but even if we didn't, we would just when he destroys with Pulsar monster, we would just bring it back, you know. But this is to, you know, just make sure to have a clean, easy path to lethal. We bring back our monsters. We can also search with the Dharma, or else what you would say, bring it back from the graveyard, and easy game. So yeah, I think these dual replays really show how good the deck is actually when it starts, you know, popping off. As every control deck seems amazing once you set up your board. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it as it's extremely fun. It's an anime deck. Also, it's, as I said, it's completely free. You can play it without spending any gems whatsoever. And yeah, that's basically it. Stay tuned for other videos. Also, I am playing the KC Cup. If you want, go check out my Twitch, which will be linked in the description. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.